What is up, everybody? You're very welcome along to tonight's Anfield Agenda 10-minute transfer roundup. As always, your comments are very welcome. I look forward to having a look at them in the comments section. Do drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and of course, if you want to catch any of the Anfield Agenda live stuff, you will find us most nights at 8:30 and all the way through next season exclusively on Twitch. That's going to be the home of our live content for the 2022-23 season. Again, link in the description. Right, my friends, let's get stuck into a 10-minute transfer roundup. Start the clock. I actually have a clock now. How cool is that? Right, no, not a big thing. It's a clock, but hey, I'm happy. I'm a simple man. Right, Darwin Nunez, and where are we with it? Well, Darwin Nunez was withdrawn from the Uruguayan team tonight, who were playing in a friendly at 9 p.m. UK and Irish time. The reason for that is fairly straightforward. Don't want to mess up, don't want to get him injured, don't want to put at risk his transfer to Liverpool. He will arrive in Liverpool at the end of the weekend, most likely Monday, to get his medical done. I believe Liverpool use the Spire Hospital for their medicals, and I'm sure we'll start to see all the images that we want to see. You know, him on the treadmill, we'll see him in and out of Kirby, we'll see him, I'm sure, in Mercedes Ridos, and I'm sure the plane tracking and all the other wonderful things that we love as Liverpool fans will happen. But don't start it just yet, because there are a few things still to be resolved. Nothing at all needing to worry about, but there is still a little difference of about 8 million in how the deal's going to be structured. Nothing that will cause it to fall apart or anything like that. I'll give you my take on it in a second, but here's what we know. There has been reports that he's going to earn €250,000. If he's earning €250, that'd be some deal. If he's earning €250,000 a week, that report is absolute nonsense. As per, has been rubbish by Fabrizio Romano, many other people. As I have said previously, and I'm going to stick to that number, he will earn about £90,000 to £95,000 a week at Liverpool Football Club. And it'll probably be incentivised, so I'm sure goal scoring bonuses and stuff like that will exist. But here's what I think has happened in this negotiation. Again, this is just my thoughts. So Liverpool made known that they wanted to sign Darwin Nunez. Then there was a scurry of other clubs like Manchester United and a few others around Europe who were rightly wanting to inquire about the guy themselves. Once it became clear that Darwin Nunez was only going to accept Liverpool's proposal because obviously he wants to come and play for Jurgen Klopp and come and play in a very good team. Once that became clear, Liverpool's hand became increasingly strengthened. So it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if Julian Ward, again, once it was known that Nunez wants to come to Liverpool and any other offer was going to be rebuffed, then Liverpool's hand in this negotiation became stronger. So if I'm Julian Ward, I'm probably going to go back to Benfica, and even though there was an outline agreement for around just shy of €100 million, and it is euro because I keep seeing people loving to throw around £100 million, that's not true. But anyway, I think Julian Ward has probably gone back and maybe try to restructure it in a more favourable term for Liverpool. Now, there isn't just Liverpool and Benfica involved in this Darwin Nunez deal. We have to, of course, remember that Almeria have a 20% sell-on clause for anything above and beyond the €24 million Benfica paid Almeria for him, so they can't be screwed over in this deal either. So, again, it's only business, and it is Julian Ward's job to get the best deal possible for Liverpool Football Club. Whether that's arguing over how a couple of million here or there is to be structured, that's his job. So don't stress about it. It will be resolved. We are on the minor details and it's all agreed. You know, it'll be a 5-year contract at Liverpool Football Club and it will happen Monday or so. So don't stress about that. Enjoy your weekend. Safe in the knowledge that Nunez will be a Liverpool player. There's been a couple of other bits and pieces as well today around Liverpool, mainly Takumi Minamino. So Liverpool have had interest from Takumi Minamino from a couple of clubs. I'm reading off my list here now. Right, what have we got? Monaco, Wolves and Fulham are all pushing to sign Takumi Minamino from Liverpool, but obviously having or going to soon get the money for Aurelien Tchouameni from his move from Monaco to Real Madrid, Monaco are going to have cash and they are the front runners at this particular moment in time. Liverpool are believed to ask around 15 to 18 million euro or maybe 16 million pound for Takumi Minamino. And it's looking more and more likely that Minamino will move on in this window. I guess my question to you guys, and one that I'd love to get an answer from you from if I can, is do Liverpool look to bring in another attacker then? Because we will have lost Divock Origi, Takumi Minamino, and Sadio Mane, and I will move on to Sadio's latest in a second. We will have lost 3 forwards, and yes, we're bringing in Darwin Nunez, but we don't know what the future holds for Mohamed Salah just yet. And I guess my hesitation here is, if we know that Mohamed Salah isn't going to sign a contract extension, then Liverpool need to look for somebody who can become a long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah on that right-hand side. If Liverpool feel that there's still goodwill towards Mohamed Salah signing a new deal, then Liverpool have to look at somebody to come in and provide alternative cover, in which case we might not necessarily see a right winger. We might see somebody who's a utility forward who can play across the front three. So I think we'll find out more as the window goes on. I think the priority will be, and rightly should be, to try and get Mohamed Salah to sign a contract extension. I have a good feeling that might happen, but it is just that. I want to be really clear. Don't have any inside knowledge on it. I just get a feeling that Mohamed Salah may actually stay. So now we move on to a couple of other bits and pieces. So the story on Nat Phillips today as well. Nat Phillips was on loan at Bournemouth last season. Had a very good season, helped them to promotion, and it was thought that Nat Phillips would probably be sold in this window. But there was a story that came out today that suggested that it might be another loan for Nat Phillips, because Liverpool may view Nat Phillips as a long-term successor to Joel Matip. That might become as a bit of a surprise to a lot of people, and I suppose to me as well, a little bit. But we also have to remember that Jurgen Klopp rates him very highly. Singled him out for praise, rightly so, when he was part of that makeshift defence that helped us somehow finish third and qualify for the Champions League. And I just don't want Nat Phillips to turn into another Ryan Kent. And by that I mean somebody whose talent is obvious, undeniable, but it's very difficult to force a way into Liverpool's first team, and that just led to loan after loan after loan. And it's very difficult for a player to put down roots and really show his best until they know where they're going to be living, what their long-term future holds. So I hope that this, if it is to be a loan for Nat, will be the last one, because he deserves to go and play football, and he deserves to have his future mapped out for him. So right, let's move on to Sadio Mane and Bayern Munich. So it's getting close, and I've always told you guys that the Sadio Mane deal and the Darwin Nunez deal were linked, because Liverpool won't release Sadio until we know we have Nunez lined up. And we do have Nunez lined up, but still won't sign off on it. Of course, these things will be somewhat symbiotic. You will see Nunez come in and we will hear about Sadio moving on. Liverpool will get close to the 40 million that they're asking for. It's becoming more realistic now, and Bayern Munich are understanding that negotiations have to push on and move on. And of course, there's the whole Robert Lewandowski thing, maybe to Barcelona, and Bayern are looking to get 50 million euros for that. I don't really care how that pans out, but from our side of it, I think Liverpool will get very close to the number we've been holding out for, which does seem to be around 40 million there or thereabouts. A couple of other little bits and pieces. Tchouaméni to Real Madrid, as I said, that's all agreed. That will happen soon, and that will free up money for Monaco to be able to pay us for Takumi Minamino. I'm Darwin Nunez mad at the minute. But one more thing I wanted to speak about was Nico Williams. And again, it's a very difficult situation, because Nico has an undoubtable talent, an undeniable talent. But he's also, if he stays at Liverpool, got to compete with, in my opinion, and I know many opposition fans will disagree with me here, the best right back in European football, in Trent Alexander-Arnold. There are fine right backs, but in our system, Trent is so important to what we do. So what do you do with Nico? Ideally, as a Liverpool fan, I love Nico to stay at the club. I really do rate the guy, but I also understand that Nico Williams has a career, and that career can't be held back. So if Liverpool get an acceptable offer, and there has been a lot of interest in Nico Williams from Fulham and a couple of other clubs. I'm looking at my list here actually really quickly, just to see where we are on this one. Who are the other ones on this? Nottingham Forest, yes, I knew there was another club who are looking at Nico Williams. So if Liverpool can get the fee that they want, and at this particular moment in time, I believe that is about 15 million, but don't hold me to that because it could be wrong. Then he'll move on, and it's probably best for Nico Williams, because he's too good to be sitting on the bench. He's not the finished article, but he's a very, very good footballer. So yeah, I think that's pretty much where we are right now. we still await news on Caoimhín Kelleher, and I don't know what's going on there with him. Obviously, he was part of an Irish international team today that just won football, just ended international football. There's no need now. It's peaked. Ireland beat Scotland 3-0. There's not even any need for a World Cup, quite frankly. Just give Ireland everything because we finally won a game. So, nah. Anyway, to round it up, that's where we're at, my friends. Don't worry about Darwin Nunez. He will be a Liverpool player. You will see him arrive on Monday. Yeah, the €250,000 a week wages have been reported are absolute nonsense. And that is pretty much where we are. And look at me here with 17 seconds still to go. Yeah, look, thank you for everything as always, folks. Same time, same place tomorrow for the latest update. And if you want to catch us live, get yourself over to the Anfield Agenda Twitch channel, link of which you will find in the description. There we go. Look at this. 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.